The one thing is, when people say that I have no interest in this stock because I don't own it, it is the biggest lie.
Why is that?
Because if others own it or the index owns it, you have deep interest. Because for us to outperform, suppose the index has a stock which is very sort of falling and I don't have it, but actually I'm very enjoying it that it's falling because the index has it. So you could say that for another fund also, but let's forget about it. So the point is, you are interested in everything, because if you don't have it and others have it and it's going up, it is hurting you, or the index has. Let's not even make it personal. Let's say. So in everything you are interested up to a point, unless it's a micro cap, small cap, and then you may say it doesn't matter. Best of luck to you. But what I have understood is that since 150 companies do well, and if I say that I don't like this stock because it's expensive or it has bad history, and it does well, that broadly doesn't bother me, because that means still I have 149 left I can try for. And broadly, I should get some of mine right. But otherwise, if a big stock in the index underperforms and I don't have it, that is free help for me, no? In the end, my goal is to beat the index first and then look at other things in life.
So do you pay a lot of attention to what other people are doing? And when I say other people, I mean other funds. Is it something that ever weighs on your mind?
No, sometimes it may do. See, these things happen if you're underperforming in some phase. Then we also, for example, our benchmark is MSCI India. But we don't subscribe to MSCI India data also, because we have been broadly outperforming. But in between, when we underperform, we say, देखो तो सही MSCI India में क्या है जो we are not outperforming it. So then we may look at the ETF of MSCI, from there we can figure out, because we still don't pay MSCI anything to know what is in the MSCI.
It's a phenomenal stock though, right?
Yeah, I own, by the way, the stock in my global fund. Yeah. But I'm not paying them. They want $12,000 for this in a year, $1,000 to give constituents and their weights. I can look at an ETF and get it myself. And beyond that, I don't want to know anything more about it other than the index weights and industry weights and stock weights. What I'm saying is, when you are doing well, you don't care. Sometimes you care. If somebody is doing significantly better, you want to know, what is he doing? How will you put pressure on your team, on the analyst, that how come that guy discovered this? You also went to the same conference or to the same road show or whatever. You have to see. But every day we have not needed, because we have done better. They are supposed to look at us. That is just so far.
Right. And so you see exactly the point you just mentioned, which is that sometimes you question that, we looked at the same set of facts and why did we come to different conclusions? And how do you, I don't say guard against, because often that is also your advantage, right? Seeing things that other people don't. So how do you, before the event, not before the event, but when you're buying, how do you know that whether you are you're seeing something other people aren't, or you're making a big mistake?
Actually, there's no answer to this question. So at Wharton, I studied this, that when trading is going on, there are two types of traders: information trader and liquidity trader. Okay, so some guys are trading because they have information, and some guys are trading because they either want liquidity or they have liquidity to invest. So he's buying not because he knows anything better, but he has got new inflow. If you thought that everybody is trading only on information, trading would stop. Because I'll say, I am buying, why is he selling? Let me check. But I say, no, he's selling because he has a redemption. Or he's selling because he's an idiot. Okay, so whatever. But you can't do every day by overly analyzing the other guy. Because if you analyze the other guy, you will stop You will stop to question, what does he know? So that we have not had in that sense. But actually, according to me, our strength is that we are not going in thinking that every dot has been crossed and I'm buying 8%. We are saying we have checked our factors. On none of those factors it is bad. On many of the factors it is good. We have also accepted that not all the factors will be good ever. For example, if there is an IPO and the company has just got listed, on what basis does the world say that we buy good companies with good management? Because we don't know whether it is good management when operating in public market. You may be good management in your hometown, I don't care. But as a public market, we will know 2, 3, 4 years later that you dealt with conflicts and this and that. So we say the management is not bad. But other things might be good, like the opportunity or valuations or whatever. Sometimes, like many of these guys would have bought, say, Indian hotels after COVID. Now, how can you say we buy good companies with high ROC and high ROE? The hotel is closed and you don't know when it will open and whether there will be a vaccine, but we can buy it. We say the results are not bad considering it is closed. But you could have a situation where the results are bad because it is closed. Because let us say it had a lot of debt before and this debt is due and you know that this fellow will not be able to handle 2 quarters of shutdown. Whereas some other hotel might be able to handle because while going in he was in a better shape. So in the first case where the results are so bad, rest of the issues become irrelevant. The result is bad, story over. But if the result is not bad, at least don't go and fool yourself that you are buying high ROC and high ROE and high this because you don't even know for how many. All we are saying is he can handle himself for 8 quarters. And we hope that in 8 quarters, these things would solve. But on what basis can we say it's very good? So we say not all the 8 factors will ever be good, but all of them have to be minimum not bad and then some to be good. And therefore I also don't like people say we went in COVID time and we bought like mad. You are the biggest gambler that the world has seen. That you bought, you had no visibility, you had no idea because it turned out right. You had to give it 3 months to see whether because the future was dark, but you bought it because free ke paise hain, public ke.